Welcome back to my Civil War II video series here on Zero Issue Comics. My name is Josh. In this video, I will be recapping the events of Uncanny Inhumans, issue number 11, featuring the first appearance of Mosaic. Triton sits in a bar and starts to tell a story. He recalls the events leading up to where he is now. He tells of the time after Tony Stark kidnapped Ulysses. Medusa and her Inhumans, as well as Captain Marvel and her group of heroes, are face to face in Stark Tower. With the Inhumans seeking some sort of retribution for the things that Tony has done, Captain Marvel tries to convince them that he will pay the price, but here and now is not the time. As Medusa tells Carol that they will retreat, Karnak speaks up. Karnak asserts that the honor of their nation is at stake here, and they must respond as to not look weak. But Medusa tells Karnak to wait, that they will discuss this later. Back in New Attilan, Medusa tells her Inhumans that she does have a plan to get back at Stark. She tells them that they can't go after Stark head on, or they risk a situation where things spiral out of control. They need to be more subtle. She tells Karnak and Iso to analyze every part of Stark's life, his money, his secrets, everything, and then they will create a plan in which they take all of them away. But they cannot destroy his company, or the outcome could be catastrophic for everyone involved. This must be precise. Triton continues his story. He explains that all of Tony's life was analyzed, and his greatest weakness showed itself right away. Tony does not live a private life. He assumes that all of his weapons and technology will save him, but he is just one man. They represent a nation, and every single one of them is a weapon. Somewhere, exiting an office, a man, Mr. Boardman, is getting in a cab. He tells the driver that he needs to get to the office as quick as possible, but as he notices the driver take a wrong turn, a man with a black suit glowing bright blue comes out from within the driver's body. Mosaic, the Inhuman with the ability to take over the body of anyone, as well as acquire their abilities and memories while in control. He takes over Mr. Boardman's body and arrives at Stark offices. He enters his office and immediately starts a money transfer of all of Tony's personal income to an offshore account. Part 1 of the plan is complete. Back in New Attilan, Grid and Crystal are working on their part of the plan. They are working on taking over Stark's security and computer systems, but Friday is putting up a fight. Seconds later, he's in. Grid has hacked everything on Tony's personal systems. Another part of the plan taken care of. Later, in one of Tony's vehicle warehouses, Lockjaw wanders in, with a bunch of mini drones following him, calling intruder with a low threat level. Lockjaw stops and opens his mouth. A dozen grenades come falling out, and just before they explode, Lockjaw teleports away. Over in Tony's lab, Friday appears to give Tony the bad news. Realizing what Medusa's plan is, knowing that she is coming after him personally, he orders Friday not to retaliate, but to send Medusa a transmission. A transmission with a message simply reading, "Message received," hoping that he can end things before they escalate much further. But Tony's message didn't help. With a systematic strike, Medusa and the Inhumans took out everything. Tony's homes, his toys, his relationships, gone. Triton, continuing his story, explains that everything went to plan, and they literally destroyed Tony Stark. But Tony will recover quickly, and then he will be right back where he was. But he will know something. He will know that the Inhumans have limits, that there are places they won't go, that the Inhumans are weak. He tells a man that he hasn't agreed with Medusa's choices for quite a while now, and that he thinks that what the Inhumans need to do is show all their enemies, and potential enemies, that they are strong, and that they will go too far. He tells Maximus the Maker that his name was the only one that came to mind when he needed someone to tear things up. And without hesitation, Maximus agrees to help. Back at the Inhuman headquarters, Medusa and Karnak are on the roof. She tells Karnak that she knows he didn't completely agree with their approach, but she thinks that it was best. It was best to ensure that the humans don't have more reason to call them monsters, and to ensure that other Inhumans, that they can't always lend a hand to, at least have a chance. And as Medusa tells him that those are the reasons Stark Tower is still standing, from across the water, Stark Tower explodes. Hey guys, if you want to see more Daily Marvel videos recapping all the new comics, go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up. You can find me on Twitter at Zero Issue Comics, on Facebook at facebook.com/Zero Issue Comics, and you can now find me in tons of other comic book news and stuff at eatyourcomics.com. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.